Hey ladies, so I know I've said this tons and tons of times, but I'm not dead. I'm here, I promise. But if you've been with the blog a while, you'll know that the blog always comes second to my family, and during the holidays, it just gets a little bit crazy, and so I choose not to do tutorials and I choose not to spend my time on the blog when I could be spending time being with my crazy children and yeah, and all that kind of stuff. And there's lots of other things kind of going on in life. So exciting things that I'm looking forward to, but it is going to take me to different places for a while. So I hope that you're happy for me and I hope that you're patient with me as I am not going to have tons and tons of tutorials, but I'll still have things that I put on the blog. Well, yesterday I was thinking, I haven't done a smoky eye in a really, really long time, just in general, just in life. And I really, really wanted to. So I did one yesterday and I liked it. And I said, you know what? I'll do it for the blog. So yeah, let's get started. It is a smokier eye. And because our Coastal Scents 88 palette is very pigmented, but there is a lot of fallout that comes with it, all the little pigment that falls down, we're going to skip doing our face for right now and just focus on the eyes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take Painterly Paint Pot, and this is a paint pot from MAC. I like to switch it up every now and then. My absolute favorite is still the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but if you don't have that and if you have paint pots, I want to be able to cover what you already have as well. So I'm going to put this all over my eye. So because I used this yesterday and I've been doing quite a few makeup jobs, I'm just going to use the same brush. So pardon the fact that it's messy, but this is my 217 from MAC. And like I said, I'll be using the 88 palette. And this is kind of, I know it looks really, really purple right here, like maybe an eggplant purple, but it comes off a little bit as blue with a purple undertone. And this is great for ladies that have brown eyes because this makes our eyes pop like crazy. Those colors, if you look at the color wheel, let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually see when I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little tiny bit. Oh, as I was saying, sorry, with the color wheel, you'll see that those colors on the opposite side of orange or brown, oh, I even have it. Look at that. We're going to see blues, purples, and greens. So we're just going to put this on the outside right here. Pull it up just a little bit, but remember this brush is for placement. We don't blend with the brush that we're putting color on with. And then we'll just do windshield wiper motions back and forth. Okay, for a punch of unexpected color, I am going to take this light blue that's right there, and I'm actually going to just use my finger, my ring finger, and put it right there. And because you're using your finger, the amount that you use is about the size of your ring finger, so that's how much. Now I'm going to take my 272 from MAC, and I'll be taking this second color over here in the 88 palette and going on the inside of that light blue. Always works better with my finger. My goodness. Deposits the color so much better. And you can be messy in here because we're going to be going over the very, very inside corner. So just make sure it attaches itself to that blue. And then use the brush and do just kind of line underneath your brows. Now we are going to take our E40 Sigma brush. You can find these, there's a link on the side of my blog that you can just click and go right over. This is clean, it has nothing on it. This is what we want to blend with. Because it has nothing on it, especially with these dark colors, some people are so scared of having it go all over the place, and it won't because it's clean. There's nothing on it. Now I want to bring some of that depth back in. So I'm going to take the very tip of my 217 into the black that's right there. Make sure you get most of the excess off. And just go right into that outer V. And just concentrate in there. Stay in that crease in the outer V and then down to the lash line. What this will do is give a fading effect to your eyeshadow that you've already done. So we've already done the blue and we've smoked it out and we've blended it. And then when we put black back in, it almost looks like you put black on first and then blended it out to make this. But we've done some trickery. We've actually done the black after the fact. And I want to add a little bit more of that baby blue so that it shows up nice and close to the lash line. I am so excited to clean up my face now. So what I'll do is I'll go and get a makeup wipe, wipe up all this underneath here, and then start with foundation next. Shout out to Jenny Cuevas. She just spoke Russian to me. She said spasiba, which means thank you. Yay! Okay, now that we've done that, I love, love, love using the same colors that I do up on my lid down below for a smoky eye. I think it completes the look. I think it looks amazing, and let's just go ahead and do it. So you're going to want to get a smaller brush. I am going to be using this one. This is the travel size 239, and it's thin this way, so I'm just going to be using it like that. And going back into the Coastal Scents 88 palette, going with the darkest color first, which is the black. I'm going to use and really make sure, like pound it on your hand. I'm doing that, making sure you get all the excess off. Staying way up in that corner. And for me, I have smaller eyes, and so instead of connecting it right there, I'm actually going to use the illusion of bringing it out. If that makes sense. Okay? Can you see that? There we go. Kind of like that. It gives me a more open look. All right, and then I'm going to wipe that off until it basically doesn't deposit any more color. I'm going to take that dark, dark eggplant color, overlap just a touch onto that black, and bring that over. Then with my finger, again, that light blue, I just want to do a touch of that. All right, and then also with the same finger, I'm going to use that light color. Now, this is where we have a little bit of fun. This can be your smoky eye, and this is how you can leave it for right now, meaning without the lashes, without the mascara and all that kind of stuff. We'll do that later. But what I did yesterday was I brought all of these dark colors and I actually put them in here as well. So we're going to do that, okay? Because you need a more precise brush though, I am going to use this 239. I'm going to take that eggplant blue, really pound it out, and go inside and connect it. Now I am trying to stay on the inside. There's almost like a little fold, like right when you look straight in, you kind of see where this is, and when you go like that, you see that there's a little line kind of coming up on your eyes, and I'm staying inside of that line. I use a tiny bit of black. Now, if you're going to do this though, you want to take either your black or the eggplant and do the opposite thing coming this way. So you're going to take a little bit of black and put it on the inside right there. You can also go one step further and take some black liner and really smoke it out down here. The only thing that I would suggest when doing this is to set this with a powder. This is a wax-based product, and it also needs to be set. So I'm going to take that 239 black shadow, really get it off, and just pat some shadow in there. Coat of mascara. All right, and the lashes that I use are the Demi Wispies in black that you can find from Sally's Beauty Supply. And I always use duo glue and we'll be right back with that. All right, so we have our eyelashes on, and as soon as that's completely dry, most of the glue should be clear. But if it's not, I just go in with my brush that I used and my liner, and I use the very tip and just kind of dot the little sections where it needs to either be connected or it needs to have more of that deep, rich black. Then I just take some of this. Sometimes if I want to smoke this out a little bit more, I'll take a little bit of the blue, that eggplanty purplish blue, and come down just a little bit more. And then the best blending tool I have found ever for underneath your eye is a Q-tip. I love it. I just try to use my fingers a little bit to really get those fibers down. And then I just go back and forth a little bit. And of course, do this before you have mascara on, or else the mascara is going to cling to the fibers and are going to make it so you have all those little hairs. And then I just want to make sure I have none on my eyelashes. Then just a nice coat of mascara on the bottom. Oh, I hear my boys, they're back. Have you guys heard that song, Dumb Ways to Die? Oh my word, my husband for some reason is obsessed with it, and now the boys know the words, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you don't know, put into YouTube, Dumb Ways to Die. A message from Metro. And I think with a smoky eye, if you've ever done one and then left your lips bare or put on something kind of white-ish on your lips, you'll notice your face looks really, really drowned out, and it doesn't look great, and it doesn't look like how you were trying to do it, like, you know, how some celebrities do. And I think it's because you do need to add some color. I'm not talking about red or pink or anything like that, but something that I really love is Blonde Venus from NARS. Both of these are actually really great, and they both have a very brown tint to them. I'm just gonna use my finger. This is the Blonde Venus. That way you don't look completely drowned out. I was interviewed yesterday by a local newspaper, and they took a picture. And like I said, I was doing this smoky eye, but I had forgotten to put lip color on. Not a fan of that picture. Not a fan at all. Now, sometimes when you put it on with your finger, or when you just put on a color that's more nude like this, it doesn't turn out quite how you want. But here's a tip. Take a synthetic small brush, grab your concealer, go for the same color as your skin. I'm going to use the same one I use for my blemishes. And I outline this a little bit because it will give a more precise line, first of all, but because it's a hair lighter than my natural skin color, it will actually make the lips appear like they have more of a color because of the contrast between the two. And I always do it on the Cupid's bow, which is right here. This is a good trick if you don't have steady hands and you're doing a red lip as well. You can clean up those outer edges if you have a dark lip with some of your foundation, and then you can just pop over the top of it with some powder, some loose powder. Okay, so last but not least, let's get our eyebrows done. I use these two colors, kitty corner from each other. You can definitely tell I use it every single day. I wish they sold these ones on their own, but they don't. And I'm just going to do a quick brow, just lightly brushing those hairs so that they become a little bit darker. So there is our dark smoky eye. I really like using these colors on brown eyes, but you can use the same exact technique if you have different color eyes and want to use a different color. You can also use this for lighter colors. If you want a smoky eye effect, but you don't want the dark, dark colors, you can use light browns if you want. So hope you guys liked it. Send me some requests. Hope you guys are having a fabulous holiday season, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.